الآن اسمحوا لي أن أعلن عن الانطلاق الرسمي لأعمال المؤتمر، والذي يشهد مشاركة نخبة من الخبراء والمتحدثين البارزين وممثلين عن مؤسسات حكومية واقتصادية ومهنية مرموقة من داخل الأردن وخارجه، لتبادل طبعاً الرؤى والتباحث في التحديات والفرص التي تواجه قطاع التأمين في ظل التحولات التكنولوجية والاقتصادية المتسارعة. إذن نبدأ معاً بالجلسة الأولى، واسمحوا لي أن أرحب برئيس الجلسة سعادة السيد كريم قعوار، المؤسس المشارك ورئيس مجلس إدارة شركة NatHealth الأردن، لافتتاح وإدارة الجلسة الأولى للمؤتمر، والتي هي بعنوان الثورة التكنولوجية والتأمين الرقمي. كما نرحب بالمتحدث الرئيسي في هذه الجلسة معالي الأستاذ أحمد الهناندي، وزير الاقتصاد الرقمي وريادة الأعمال السابق. تفضل.
صباح الخير، صباح الخير جميعا. نحن بعد إذنكم نطلب منا أنه تكون الجلسة باللغة الإنجليزية، فإن شاء الله على أساس الحضور الأكبر يقدر يواكب معنا. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's featured session at the 10th International Aqaba Conference, Technological Revolution and Insurtech. Over the past few years, we've all witnessed a seismic shift in how technology is reshaping every industry. Insurance, long seen as conservative and risk-averse, is finally in the throes of transformation. With AI, blockchain, predictive analytics, and digital-first customer models, Insurtech is not just disrupting the status quo, it's rewriting the entire rulebook. I'm a proud co-founder and chairman of NatHealth, a company established in 1997 in Jordan that has adopted artificial intelligence when it wasn't as prevalent as it is today, in the form of machine learning that helped us grow and expand in Jordan, in Palestine, in Iraq, and soon in other countries around the region. Today, I have the great honor of welcoming a pioneer in digital transformation, an executive, a policymaker, and a visionary leader. He is the former CEO of Zain Jordan, former Minister of Digital Economy and Entrepreneurship, a man who successfully bridged the gap between public governance and private innovation. Please join me in welcoming His Excellency Mr. Ahmad Hanandeh. We're going to have a conversation today, and I hope we begin with the digital imperative in insurance. Let's start broad. You've led the digital revolutions in both government and business. What do you believe is the biggest reason the insurance industry must embrace digital transformation now, not in 5 years?
Karim, thank you very much. I would like to thank the insurance sector in Jordan for organizing this lovely event and for inviting us to speak, and for giving me the chance to be interviewed by a great person and a great friend like you, Karim. Thank you very much. I would like also to welcome everybody joining this conference from outside Jordan. Welcome to Jordan. Wishing you an enjoyable, fruitful, and beneficial stay in Jordan. Coming back to what Karim said, 5 years from now is too late. They will be left behind, actually, if they wait for 5 years. The world is actually, Karim, living an overall transformation. Everything is totally transforming, including future citizens are actually digital citizens. Future economy is a digital economy. Everything is changing and changing so fast. It's a game of speed. The surviving is for the fastest, not for the strongest anymore. At the end of the day, being ready for the future with all what we are anticipating and expecting of the transformed needs, demands, behavior, requirements, is something that is very challenging today. Digital is an enabler for transformation. It's not that transformation. So we need to transform the culture. We need to transform the product. We need to transform the tools, the way, the processes, the way we are running the business, the way we are designing our products, using the technology and the digital tools. And we need to start yesterday, not 5 years from today, because the change already took place. And we have seen a major, the other day I was, actually not the other day, when I was asked to come to this conference, I was reading about what insurance did globally. I think we're not too late in this region, but we need to take the initiative and be faster than what we are today. But I heard, one of the companies, Lemonade in the US, managed to shorten the claim processing to as short as a couple of seconds for the simple claims. And this is a breakthrough. A couple of seconds for processing a claim. You can imagine the positive impact on cost effectiveness, efficiency, customer satisfaction, customer experience, and so on and so forth.
Definitely. Thank you, Abu Karim. In your experience at Zain and as minister, you've seen how customers and citizens respond to digitization. What lessons from telco or public sector or public service apply directly to insurance customer experience?
And I learned one thing from dealing with citizens who are interested actually in digitization. What people want actually, and this is global, not only in Jordan, they want decentralization in service platforms, centralization in service providing, and they want simplicity. So you give them those three things, they'll be happy. It took us a couple of years to convince Karim to use a bank mobile app, but now she cannot live without the mobile app because it's a single sign-on all service platform. So now she can transfer using the app. She can pay all her payments using the app. She's very happy now that she can pay the valet parking through the same app. So now it's her best friend. So they want a one single sign-on where they can do everything in no time, no complications, and they don't want to go into different multiple service platforms to get actually one single thing done.
So it is simplicity.
Simplicity, yes.
Is Insurtech a hype or a game changer? Many executives are still unsure if Insurtech is a fad or a fundamental shift. What's your take? How real is this transformation?
What do we want in business, Karim? The main objectives that every business in every sector is willing to achieve. Efficiency, so we want to be as efficient as possible, as cost effective as possible. We want to simplify our processes. We want to increase our customer base or revenue, and that happens through product design. So we need to build the right business model for us to achieve our business objectives. And we need customer experience. In the old terminology we used to always use, I was a customer service expert at a point of time in my life, and I used to train for customer service. Today I hardly hear anybody talking about customer service. It's all about customer experience. So everybody wants to improve the loyalty, the stickiness of their customers through customer experience, customer journey. This is the new terminology that we use in this field. All these objectives for any business today are made easily possible if you are adopting the existing modern revolutionized tools. And that basically mainly digital tools, but digital tools alone is not enough. Okay, and when I talk about digital tools, by the way, mobile app is not a digital transformation anymore. Website is not a digital transformation anymore. Digital transformation means a customer journey and a customer experience, and that needs a whole new culture, a whole new transformed culture. We need to change the way we think about ourselves, the way we think about our products, the way we think about our customer, the way we understand our customer. It's no more about pushing standard services to the customers. In medicine today is talking about customized medicine per individual need. They found that the bacterial components of every human is different than the other human. So what they do now, they customize the medicine per human for a better impact, for a better result, for a better recovery. We need to do the same in every other service. Insurance is no different. How can we transform insurance from its traditional service in terms of health, automotive insurance, life insurance, or commercial insurance, into insurance being part of the lifestyle, something that we live with as similar to the I don't want to mention brands, but the authorized services today. Like how can insurance be something that people use as much as they use Talabat, for example, or as much as they use Karim or Uber? How can be insurance as friendly as every citizen understand it and can use it somehow? How can insurance introduce products that they don't exist today for a need that when I want it, I don't have someone to give me that insurance policy, and I don't want to go through a lengthy process to insure something. So I think it is a long journey, and I believe in Jordan they started, and I had the privilege to work with the insurance companies in Jordan, and I believe we started. There are big efforts put into changing the experience for customers with the insurance, but we did not transform the insurance itself. I know that most of you are connected to insurance companies, don't feel offended, but I still believe myself, insurance today is still living a legacy. They did not move. You don't have to think out of the box, by the way, jump out of the box. There are no boxes anymore. In the new world, there are no boxes. So you don't have to think out of the box. Okay. Think, there are no boxes. Okay. So try to be as open as possible, as integrated as possible, try to be as simple as possible, and try as much as you can to understand that you're part of a system, and you need to understand the system around you, so you'll be able to adapt to this system, adapt to this change, adapt to this transformation.
Thank you, Abu Karim. Which technology trend has the most transformative power for insurers? I know it's a tough question.
It's with no doubt and without thinking twice, it's AI.
AI.
And in a simple definition, AI is your super employee in insurance. The employee that can never go wrong. The employee who can think, okay, for the whole humanity and as smart as the whole humanity, and has the ability to support your operation and all your processes. And when I said about Lemonade, what they did in managing claims and processing claims in a very short period of time, they used AI actually. They used an AI engine. So AI in underwriting, AI in claims processing, AI in fraud management. I was surprised to know simple fraud companies managed to capture minimum as 40%, as maximum as 80% with the best practices of the simple fraud. Sorry, 60% of the hard fraud. The best they do is 80%. So there's a big space for fraud in insurance, a major space for fraud in insurance, estimated at 10% of fraudulent cases. Here we're talking about billions of dollars. It's not simple, and I was shocked with the numbers, to be honest. And the more I dig into the details, the more I get surprised of the space of available for fraud activities. One of the companies managed to adopt AI into fraud management, and they managed to save, I think, 10%, or they increased their revenues by 10% in not actually additional revenue, and just they increased their profitability by 10% in actually capturing fraud cases. And this is very important. And product design and creating new business models that is based on behavior, data collection, data analytics. Insurance, they own a treasure of data, a big mine of data. So at the end of the day, how to best use this data in creating, transforming the business model, personalizing the service as much as they can. And I said it before, when internet started as an informative platform. When we want to know something, we go into a platform and try to find the information. And then it moved into a platform to offer products and services. So a website with products and services is no more transformation. This is an old thing. And then we moved into platforms like eBay, Amazon, Alibaba, AliExpress, I don't know what. Today, internet is an ecosystem. Ecosystem that offers a simplified process and hyper-customized solution. It's your chance to actually make Ahmad Hanandeh feels that you are serving Ahmad Hanandeh specific needs, while you're not actually. Ahmad Hanandeh there are like 1 billion individuals, global individuals who are similar to Ahmad Hanandeh. But the minute you give this service to Ahmad Hanandeh and give him the feeling that you're serving his needs specifically, that helps you to get closer to understanding Ahmad Hanandeh, get closer to serving Ahmad Hanandeh in more areas, introduce new products, increase the revenue, reduce the cost of acquisition of a customer, or the cost of maintaining a customer, or the cost of maintaining a business growth, because your customer will be the real supporter to your growth through throwing more. And when we used to train sales, we said, you don't start at the selling process, you start at the buying process. So if you manage to be part of the buying process for a customer, then you can have your best sales deal ever. Being part of the buying process, that means you have to be part of the challenge that your customer is living. You have to be part of the problem. You have to help the customer unleash the fact that they have a problem that needs a solution, and then let him ask for the solution, and you just put the solution on the table, they'll take it. So AI and the future, as much as I got to know when it comes to insurance best practices, is generative AIs actually. In the big insurance companies, at least they're using generative AI for at least one service. At least one service. So the future is going towards generative AI that helps insurance companies and improving actually, as we said on the either it's the underwriting or the claim or the fraud or the product design or business model. That's going to be their best friend, future best friend.
Thank you. Touching on risks, regulation, and reality, let's focus on risks. With every opportunity comes risk. How should insurance regulators and companies strike the right balance between innovation and consumer protection?
I don't think there is a perfect recipe for that, Karim. Risk management is what all insurance about. And this is why I said the new tools and the new data science concepts, the new AI technologies, the new generative AI technologies helps insurance to do their job better, actually, more accurate, more precise. But at the end of the day, they have to deal with the regulatory framework challenge. It's not friendly, it's not adaptive. Regulatory is not less legacy than any of us. It's a legacy system where everybody is holding to his regulations. They're not willing to be open to new ideas or open to innovation. We're lucky in Jordan that we're not as stubborn as other regulatory frameworks. Central bank, you're lucky to have central bank overlooking your sector. With their sandbox, they made a revolution actually in new ideas, and they fueled innovation in the financial management field in Jordan, and I'm sure in the insurance the same is going to happen. But still, it's a big fight. But innovation, entrepreneurship is all about actually overcoming this challenge. You're not an entrepreneur if you don't face a regulatory challenge. If you work in a perfect environment, then there is no need for entrepreneurship spirit. You just go and do business.
True.
World is not perfect. Innovation is all about fighting. It's all about not accepting no as an answer. It's all about overcoming multiple challenges, not only the regulatory framework challenge. It's fighting culture at a point of time. It's fighting processes, complicated processes at another point of time. So, and I remember, someone said, if you want to be the next billionaire, find a complicated process that takes time, efforts, consumes time and effort. Find an easy way of doing it. You'll be the next billionaire. Hold on to your idea, fight for it. I have seen so many entrepreneurs where me personally, when I saw them at a point of time, I said, this has no room to fly. Okay. Actually, they are today at 40,000 feet. I'm still on the ground. And they proved me wrong at every time. Today, I decided to do like them, go back, employ myself for myself. And do what I enjoy and believe is the right thing to do. Motivated by them, actually. Motivated by those youth talents whom I had the pleasure and proud to be that I have been their mentor at a point of time. But they actually motivated me to at least give myself a break and work for myself at least for a year, and let's see what's gonna happen.
Thank you. Cybersecurity is becoming an insurance vertical in itself. In Jordan and the region, how can governments and insurers, insurance partners protect citizens and institutions?
There is no perfect protection. There is no 100%. There's no solution on the shelf that you can bring in, implement, and then you're safe and secure. Cybersecurity is an everyday challenge. And I always say, you don't stop attacks. Okay? You need to be trained and train your people how to respond to an attack, if that attack succeeded to get through. Okay? But stopping the attacks is impossible. The cyber crime and the cyber protection, they're at the same speed today. So sometimes the crime comes first, then the protection brings the solution. Okay, but today they're not actually proactive. The cybersecurity protection companies are not proactive as much as the crime is. So they're responsive. So a new virus comes in, then you have to bring in an update, okay, to protect you from the virus. And how dangerous this virus is, or how serious the attack is. Most of the problems that comes through cybersecurity is a user-related issues. I cannot isolate my users from using the system, and my users are bringing in the attack through their window. So there are different ways of protecting ourselves, protecting our data. But it's like the plane. You have to have the system and the supporting system and the alternative system. You have to have the database, the different data centers. You have to keep your data in different places. You have to have the data vault. You have to have the latest tools of protecting your system. And that does not mean at any point of time you're 100% protected. It's like when you buy alcohol today, they say it protects you 99.99%, that's sanitizers. So there is a room of 0.0001%, okay, that it will not protect you from a virus or a bacteria. Cybersecurity is the same. There is no perfect protection, but you have to be ready for anything.
Of course.
I know that in Jordan took the lead in actually creating a law for cybersecurity, a National Council for Cybersecurity, and the Cybersecurity Center that is setting the framework and the guidelines and the regulations that need to be implemented by either public sector or private sector, that has to do directly with personal data protection or citizen protection, especially in institutions and organizations that deals with serious personal data that matters for the country or for the citizen. I don't know if I gave you an answer, Karim, but for me, cybersecurity is...
No, definitely. And one of my biggest concerns is actually ransomware and disruption of service for many companies in the private sector. Abu Karim, let's segue to talent, culture, and mindset. Technology is not just only about tools, it's about people. What mindset shift is required within insurance companies to truly adopt Insurtech?
I think it's we call it the restart concept. Okay. Hard restart.
Hard restart.
Yeah.
Alt Shift Delete.
Alt Shift Delete, exactly. To be honest, today, personally, I say I come, and I'm being challenged. My generation is very challenged because I have to deal with two generations. Okay. The one before and the one after. Two different schools, totally different schools. Okay. One is so traditional, so conservative, rejecting, fighting, not accepting any change. Okay. And one that actually likes to live a change every day. Okay. Different perspectives of life, different needs and requirements. Companies today are not different than me. Okay. And the way I talk to my sisters is different than the way I talk to my daughters. The no's when it comes to my sisters are many. Okay. The no's for my daughters, few no's. I don't say no to my daughters. I say no to my sisters all the time.
Farah is smiling.
I had to manage two cultures, to be honest. When I deal with the community, I see gaps, a cultural gap in the community. Everywhere you go, they think different, they believe different, they perceive life differently. So at the end of the day, we need to understand in every organization that we're dealing with two different generations within the organization. Okay. And we need to find the space, the gray area between those two generations. It's not that the traditional old, it's not that the old generation is not useful, and I never say that. I belong to that generation. But what I'm saying is, how can we adapt to the new culture or the new generation or the new way of thinking, or the transformed needs or culture or basic requirements. To be honest, I have tried in everywhere I have been to bridge this huge gap. It took me some time to bridge it with my son, and to realize that him at the age of 15 is way more mature than me at the age of 15. I was trying to deal with him the way my father dealt with me at the age of 15. I realized, me at the age of 15, I was just a kid. Okay, him at the age of 15 is his knowledge, his dreams, his ambitions, his lifestyle, his way of thinking is totally different, and he knows better than me at the age of 50. What he knows is so much. Once, and I remember, it's a story that I always tell about him. At the age of 9, I went to the dentist. He went with me, and he said, "I'm hungry. I want to eat." I said, "Okay. Allah, when we finish, we'll go to." I will not say people are very sensitive to the name where we were going, and we'll buy you a burger from there. He said, "No, I want to go to a chicken place here in this building." I said, "Man, I have been coming to this dentist for at least 2 years. There is no chicken place here." No, there is a chicken place in this building, in the ground floor." I said, "How do you know there is a chicken place? How do you know it's good chicken place?" He said, "No, it's good. The reviews is 4.5. Okay. And I think it was the first time I hear about the word reviews. I was not so fan of ordering online. And we went to that chicken place, and to find out that the chicken place is very good. And by the way, that was on a Jordanian application called, if I'm not mistaken, Jiran. That was the first. That was the Jordan Talabat that did not grow. Yeah. It was even before Talabat started. On another time, I was in Oman, and Zina was sending me messages saying, you know, I made this much. They gave them a virtual platform for trading, and she said, I made this much of money trading in stocks. They gave them a dummy virtual platform. And she was talking about, at that time, Elon Musk stopping Model 3 production, and that caused a major drop in Tesla share price. I was the one who advised her to buy Tesla share price at that time. But I compensated. I said, how did you compensate? She said, I bought in this department store, the American department store
Walmart,
shares.
was it?
Walmart. I said, Walmart, who buys in Walmart? She said, no, Trump in his first is standing against Amazon, and that caused
Walmart.
Zina was 16 years old, okay, and I was remembering myself at the age of 16, what I was discussing with my father at that time. I believe it was like, give me 5 JDs to go to Aqaba, you know.
different negotiation.
Yeah.
Abu Karim, you've worked across borders, Asia, the Gulf, Jordan. Are there cultural barriers or accelerators you've seen that affect how quickly a market can adopt digital insurance models?
I believe, yes, cultural barriers caused by the minority, because in our nations, majority is youth, so majority is culture friendly, and you know they're flexible. We're not flexible. There is, but I believe that is changing, and that's changing very fast. By the way, what we see a barrier today is no longer going to be a barrier anymore.
So you're hopeful that the
Very
next
hopeful.
generation...
And I believe insurance, in my opinion, insurance is facing a golden opportunity and a turnaround station where if they don't do it, someone else will come and do it.
Excellent.
Believe it or not, it's one of the sectors that carry the biggest potential, to be honest.
So when it comes to vision and call to action, if we fast forward to 2030, what does the ideal digital insurance ecosystem looks like in Jordan or the wider MENA region?
I can see 100% AI-driven insurance platforms and data-driven insurance platforms with a hyper-customized and personalized solutions to the beneficiaries of the insurance. I can see totally new products. I can insure whatever I want, okay, anytime I want, in a very simple, as simple as click a button, and I can have whatever I want insured, okay, with the right terms, right conditions, right pricing, and for insurance, risk assessed, profitable, and simple.
And as a consumer, you will have an AI agent looking at the policies and analyzing them for you.
By the way, almost in insurance, there are companies who manage to achieve almost 80% of inquiries, either it's a claim processing or even underwriting. 80% is done by virtual agents.
Excellent.
And that saves them a lot of money. And that does not mean less jobs, by the way, because humans will always find something to do. With the new technologies, it saves you the routine work, but you can do the work that is driven by God's best gift for us, which is thinking, okay, coming up with new things, coming up with new ideas.
Excellent.
Okay, that AI, maybe the AI can do it, but we train AI. We have the control still.
So finally, what message would you give to CEOs and insurance leaders here today who are hesitant to or unsure about jumping into the deep end of the digital pool?
And I say jump. Don't worry about jumping. Personally, Um, um, you know, it's like sitting under a very high wall, and you don't know what's there behind this wall. You have two options: stay there, okay. Maybe one day somebody, okay, will open a door for you through this wall, okay, or you climb and jump, okay. Then don't keep thinking of it. Beat your fears, and this is the advice. You know, beat your fears, jump over that wall. Tomorrow is always a better day. Change is always a nice thing to live. Okay. Our biggest enemy, okay, is our routine, our life routine. Okay. This is why I fight with Karim almost every week. So we have something new to talk about the next week. So
jump over the wall.
Yeah, jump out of the box, please. Please don't think of any box. There are no boxes anymore.
I think we have time to take a few questions. So if there are any questions in the audience, do we have microphones? Are there any questions that you'd like to ask? So I have a question. How today, if you look at Jordan and what Jordanian insurance companies and that Jordanian insurance ecosystem, how far do you see that we have progressed?
I think we're on the right track. But if, as Abed is here, he always hear me saying that, if we are on a trip from Amman to Aqaba, we just crossed the airport bridge. So we still have a long way to go. But as long as we're on the right track, then we are on the right track. Today, as I said, it's not no more boxes, it's a highway. It's a highway where you can drive at an open speed. And speed is what's important. So it's not how strong you are, it's how fast you are. You have to set the target. You have to set a destination and drive to that destination as fast as possible, because somebody else might drive faster than you. Okay, and you are on that highway. Okay. Be prepared, don't go back. Reach the destination and make sure that your team believes in that. Make sure that you have the support of your team. And talking about teams, don't do any team building activities. There's nothing called team building. Okay. There's something called team coordination. Okay. Make sure that they understand the target, they understand the objectives, they understand what is required from them. Okay. And let everybody does his job. Okay. They don't need to be the best friends. They need to be the best partners.
Perfect.
Okay. They need to share the same vision. They need to accept where they're heading to. Look at it similar to, if you remember, Karim, there was a YPO guy who gave a presentation once. It's like, and I like it and I repeat it everywhere, it's like Formula One. Formula One, when they stop at a station, okay, a whole team comes out. Okay. Every member of this team has a task. So they go to their task. They're a team. Okay. So one guy goes to the front wheel to change it, the other guy goes to the back wheel to change it. Imagine if the guy who's changing the front wheel looked, take a look, a peek to the guy who's changing the back wheel to see what he's doing. The driver might lose the race if
Correct.
he looks at him only. Okay.
Correct.
So imagine that whole team that goes out, there is a leader or there he overlooks everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And he actually, when they come back from the task, okay, he gives the direction to everyone and know, well, you did something wrong here or you did something wrong with that.
And that's 1.6 seconds, right?
Exactly. It used to be 12 minutes in the past. Yeah. Look at, and also one more thing, Karim, last thing is the process.
Yep.
Managing process. Process is the game. Revamping your processes, re-engineering your processes, managing your processes.
Definitely.
Is very important for you to succeed. Very important for you to make the change faster. I know in your business, it's a very high risk-taking business, but you are in risk-taking business anyway.
Of course.
So enjoy it.
Of course.
Enjoy risk-taking.
Great. And I can't see from the lights. Yes, we have a question in the front. Do we have a mic? We have a mic coming.
That's my daughter asking.
Hey? I didn't see from the lights. Yalla.
Hi. So basically from an embedded finance and embedded insurance company, my question's a bit related to that. I was wondering how ready insurance companies, their APIs, are for any embedded insurance solutions if we want to embed them into third-party solutions, given that my dad mentioned people are going towards one-stop shop platforms on Open Souk. When they buy the car, they want to apply for the loan, they also want to buy the insurance, all streamlined onto one platform.
So do we have those APIs to plug into different systems?
I don't see Muayyad around. Insurance sector in Jordan is API enabled. But are they monetizing that API the right way? They're not. They're so resistant in opening up this API to others. Being integration does not mean you need to integrate your own processes alone. You need to integrate with the whole ecosystem. So you need to integrate with car dealers, with hospitals, with insured people, with everybody. The more you are integrated, the more you're accessible, the more you can customize your product, the more you can achieve the highest level of customer satisfaction and the best customer experience and best customer journey. Integration, the difference between automation and digitization is integration. Okay.
Well said.
So automation is easy.
Well said.
Okay. The old word is automation. That's a digital form. Okay. That's a kid's play now. Okay. You don't need to do that. Okay. You build anything without integration, don't build it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Okay. You're out of the game. Okay.
Correct.
Open source, be an open source platform when it comes to serving your customer, okay, or helping other sectors to serve their customers better, so they can do the same for you. So integration is the magical word towards achieving the best target.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for that. Any other questions? If not, Your Excellency, thank you for your insights, your candor, and your deep sense of purpose. You've not only shown us the why behind digital transformation, but also helped us navigate the how. To all of you in this room, the real revolution isn't just technological. It's about how we as leaders reimagine what's possible and act boldly in the face of change. Let's not be bystanders in this transformation. Let's be its architects. Thank you.
Thank you, Karim.
So now we take a break.
Thank you,
for
Karim.
that.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
يعني جزيل الشكر والامتنان طبعا لمعالي الأستاذ أحمد الهناندي وسعادة السيد كريم قعوار على ما قدموه في الجلسة. فعلا يعني طرح ثري جدا وأخذونا يعني لإطار آخر من الريادة والإبداع، وأتمنى أنه كل ما دار بالجلسة اليوم فعلا يطبق على مستوى الأردن وفي العالم العربي في كل المؤسسات الحكومية والرسمية إن شاء الله. طيب إذن اسمحوا لي أن أدعو سعادة الدكتور مؤيد الكلوب الرئيس التنفيذي للاتحاد الأردني لشركات التأمين لتكريم معالي الأستاذ أحمد الهناندeh المتحدث في الجلسة تقديراً لجهوده. وكذلك تكريم رئيس الجلسة سعادة السيد كريم قعوار على جهوده في إدارة هذا الحوار الغني جداً. شكراً لكم، أمتعتونا بصراحة.